Thanks for joining me on this episode of the Messy Middle Road Trip podcast. I'm Nicole, one half of our dynamic hosting duo. We're entrepreneurs, wives, a mom, a favorite auntie, creative souls, and women who are fearlessly navigating the middle of life. In between our regular podcasts, Sandra and I will be going solo to talk about our areas of expertise. Sandra tackles showing up as your authentic self with lessons learned in her photography business, and I tackle wellness. Today, I'll be sharing tips for breast cancer prevention and ways to avoid being pinkwashed. This podcast was created to bring together a community of women over 40 who embrace the past, appreciate where we are now, and take action to live our best life, because it's all about the journey. Welcome to the show. I am so glad you're here with me today. Whether you are driving in your car, making dinner, or allowing me to go for a walk with you on your lunch break, Sandra and I really appreciate you taking the time to listen and be part of this amazing tribe. So October is here, and with that, all things pink and breast cancer awareness, fundraising efforts, walks, pink ribbon campaigns. We are inundated with marketing and advertising that pulls on our heartstrings to support each and every cause. But I want to dig into the term pinkwashing and how to avoid the pitfalls. So many of you have heard me mention greenwashing, marketing that manufacturers create to get to consumers to purchase products that are labeled as natural, safe, or pure. They often have green leaves or trees or nature-inspired artwork or happy babies on them. Pinkwashing is very similar in that companies want us to purchase a pink product to support breast cancer. But what does that actually mean? So think of all the products that come to mind with pink ribbon campaigns: cars, makeup, the NFL, jewelry, apparel. Even KFC partnered with Susan G. Komen and raised a total of $4.2 million selling pink buckets of fried chicken. So unhealthy fried foods that can contribute to obesity and increase a woman's risk for breast cancer by as much as 25%. Some bizarre campaigns that I came across were Smith & Wesson handgun with a pink grip and engraved pink ribbon, Mike's hard pink lemonade, drill bits for fracking, pepper spray. Sparkletts Water Company released Athena water as, in quotations, water that can help make a difference, bottled in plastic containing BPA. A common compound found in certain plastics and suspected of leaching toxins into our bodies, and BPA has been flagged with the risk of interfering with chemotherapy treatments. So Estee Lauder, DKNY, Melange, and Jo Malone created special scents in honor of breast cancer awareness and research. So you have heard me preach about fragrance and how harmful it can be. So when you're talking perfume, unfortunately, fragrance is part of that with synthetic compounds and harmful ingredients. So in 2011, Susan G. Komen for the Cure commissioned a perfume called Promise Me, which contained fragrance, an umbrella term in the industry where manufacturers can hide hundreds of harmful ingredients, including toxic ones that are unregulated or tested for human safety and confirmed to demonstrate negative health effects. No good. While Avon has been extremely active with fundraising millions of dollars for research and education, they came under fire with their Kiss Goodbye to Breast Cancer campaign, which included 6 paraben-containing lipsticks. Parabens are preservatives derived from petroleum that act as hormone disruptors. They mimic estrogen and can increase the risk of breast cancer. Yoplait launched a Put a Lid on It campaign in 2008, which sold pink-lidded yogurt to raise money for breast cancer, but was made with the carcinogenic hormone RBGH. The list is endless for the companies that have hopped on board with pink ribbon campaigns, I should say. So you might be wondering, well, how in the world do I navigate this, knowing which products are actually making a difference in the fight against breast cancer? You might need to do a little research before you actually make your purchase. So here's some questions that you can ask. Does any money from this purchase actually go to support breast cancer programs? And if so, how much? What organization will get the money? That makes a difference, right? How will the funds be used? Is there a cap on the amount a company will donate? And how will we know once that amount has been met? Many companies claim that a portion of the proceeds will be donated. But honestly, transparency is key for understanding the value of supporting these purchases. And the final question to ask is, does this product put you or someone you love at risk? Is the product contributing to breast cancer epidemic? So I think it's important to note the origin story of the pink ribbon to understand the marketing concept behind it. In 1992, Estee Lauder makeup counters handed out 1.5 million pink ribbons along with a laminated card with information about conducting a proper breast self-exam. While Estee Lauder has had considerable impact over the years with millions raised, it also produces thousands of beauty products loaded with carcinogens. So their motto is a promise to create a breast cancer-free world. And it's a well-known fact that Estee Lauder is the parent company of brands like La Mer, Bobbi Brown, Tom Ford Beauty, Origins, Aveda, and more. None of these companies sell clean products that are 100% safe for us in the environment. It's a known fact that cumulative low-dose exposure to harmful ingredients can lead to toxic body burden and disease. A few sobering facts. 1 in 8 women will be diagnosed with breast cancer in their lifetime. Nearly 3,000 men will be diagnosed with breast cancer by the end of this year. The good news is that when breast cancer is found in the earliest stages, the survival rate is nearly 100%. So here are my top 5 tips for what you can do to take action with focusing on prevention. Number 1, self-exam and annual screening. So you can find many graphics online. There are apps for reminders. I would suggest trying to stick to the same day every month. Maybe it's the first of the month. You do a self-exam for your breasts, maybe when you're in the shower. Getting regular mammograms or thermography can detect abnormalities. And if you have a strong family history of breast cancer, a known gene mutation that increases breast cancer risk, such as BRCA1 or BRCA2 gene, it's important to get genetic testing and counseling. And they usually recommend around the age of 40 that you get annual screenings to make sure that there's no issue. So number 2 for tips, sleep. Getting enough rest is huge. Melatonin has an antioxidant property that prevents damage to cells that lead to cancer. So when you are not getting enough sleep, it can actually increase your risk for breast cancer. Number 3 is diet. So eating a diet rich in fruits, vegetables, whole grains, chicken and fish is recommended. Flavonoids lower breast cancer odds, especially in women past menopause. You can find flavonoids in onions, broccoli, and tea, and you can find flavones in parsley, celery, and drinks with chamomile. So I'm going to mispronounce this. I think it's carotenoids are found in foods that are orange, yellow, or dark green. These are phytochemical plant-based foods that lower your breast cancer risk. Examples are carrots, pumpkins, winter squash, spinach, kale, sweet potato, and cantaloupe. It is best to avoid or limit red and processed meats, sugar-sweetened beverages, highly processed foods, and refined grain products, alcohol, and sugar. Number 4 is exercise. Excess weight can increase levels of estrogen and insulin, which can increase our risk for breast cancer. And number 5, my favorite, avoiding harmful ingredients in your personal care and cleaning products. It's a step in the right direction for removing things like endocrine disruptors, such as parabens and phthalates, known carcinogens like PEGs, DEAs, BHT, ingredients ending in FETH, and 1,4-dioxane, synthetic colors and dyes, and glycol, to name a few. Reading those labels and making healthier choices can give us control over what we're exposed to. It takes more than a ribbon to make these formulas breast cancer friendly. It is very easy to get caught up in supporting a good cause, but I think it's equally important to slow down and do a little research about the mission and the purpose of the organization and how the fundraising will impact research, support, and prevention. This horrific disease will take the lives of nearly 43,000 men and women by the end of this year. It's up to us to stay informed. Be proactive, take action to reduce our risk, and lean into worthy fundraising efforts that are making a positive difference. I really appreciate you. I appreciate you tuning in today's show. I hope that you're inspired to get to know the look and feel of the girls, tatas, twins, puppies, melons, coconuts, boobies, or whatever you call them. Make time for those self exams, book that mammogram, assess your health choices, and give breast cancer the finger. Your health and well being is top priority, and we want you to be a part of this, our Midler community, for a very long time. And when you are out and about, think twice about buying those pink ribbon rubber kitchen gloves or bucket of fried chicken. Just to remind you, I am not a doctor, nor do I play one on TV. My thoughts and opinions are just that, and any concerns or questions you have should be directed to your doctor. My goal is to give you something to think about as you embark on your own health journey. You can find more at messymiddleroadtrip.com or connect with us on Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube. If you like the show, please subscribe and send us some love by rating and reviewing the podcast. Sandra and I are looking forward to our next road trip with you. Thanks so much for riding shotgun. Until next time.